So, this is something that's been on my mind for the last couple of nights, and it's something that I've always tried to, it's a mindset that I've always tried to um, live with and extend out to others. And today, I wanted to share this perspective um, in honor of Cancer season. So, the reason why I am bringing up Cancer is because Cancer is the symbol of the mother. Um, it's the symbol of pure emotion, um, but it is also the symbol of pure unconditional love that the mother can provide. And you see a lot, like in astrology, there's a divine masculine and the divine feminine, and the moon is the divine feminine, and the sun is the divine masculine, and both of these represents the mother and the father. So it's very interesting to note that Cancer's ruling planet is the moon, which is the ultimate representation, symbol of the mother. And that is why I think that Cancer energy is the best at showing unconditional love that only the mother can give in a way that the father can't give. I mean, the father can give unconditional love too, but there's something about the symbolism of the divine feminine and the symbolism behind the moon makes the love of a mother a lot stronger. And that's what I wanted to kind of talk about today. I'm feeling inspired to talk about the unconditional love that Cancer energy is here to honor. And it's very interesting because I have my Mars placement in Cancer, and that's what I have always strived for. I've always strived for giving people unconditional love, even considering their dark traits. And if I can't give that, I selflessly let go of them and let them be themselves, their truest selves. That's what this energy right now, I think that we're in Leo moon, or we weren't in Leo moon. This energy right now is inspiring me to speak about. It's inspiring me to spread the message that it's so important to love people unconditionally, and if you can't love people unconditionally, let them go and let them receive the karma that is waiting for them, no matter what you think or feel or what judgments you make about a certain person. And I think that in today's world, there's so much judgment going on. And I'm guilty of it too, obviously, because at the end of the day, I'm just a part of the world, you know? I'm just part of this ego-driven world, and that's okay. But I think that where you're able to have friendships, have relationships, have people in your life, everybody needs healing, and everybody deserves healing. And I feel like if you are able to take on people's pain, not self-destruct, but take on people's pain and approach their traumas in a loving way, and come from a place of understanding, So I'll use one of my most recent bitter experiences with somebody that has a lot of trauma, that has a lot of insecurity. This friendship ended a couple of months ago, and the reason being for that is because they just kind of took a lot of my own traumas and my own pain and my own insecurities and used all of those things against me by saying very harsh things to me. And because the friendship we had was very strong, I could have probably potentially done the same thing because I knew all of their insecurities and I knew their triggers. But instead, I said some things and then walked away. I just walked away without saying... I mean, I did say something, but I didn't say anything too harsh. And I've had many scenarios like that where I could have done just as much damage as people had done onto me. But yeah, I instead walked away. And I think that that's an important thing to also take into account when you cannot unconditionally love someone, is to not walk away in a bitter light, in a dark light. I feel like people underestimate the power of words. They underestimate the power of words, and they don't really understand that words are the most silent form of witchcraft there is. You tell a person they are ugly, and that stays with them at a time when they are feeling down about themselves. You tell a person they are beautiful, and that stays with them at a time where they need to remember. And it's always important to just take yourself out of your own judgments and not push those judgments, subjective judgments, onto others. And I'm not saying don't ever criticize people, but at least if you're going to criticize people, think it through enough and ask yourself if it's really worth criticizing, and try to come from a loving place instead of a place of fear or harsh judgment, because those things are important. Learn to ask questions before you speak, before you snap. If you need to, anyway. And most of, 98% of the time, people need to ask questions about situations. And if you can't do that, then just practice the brilliant art of just walking the fuck away, because at the end of the day, it's not your place to fix people who you are friends with. Everyone has their own karma to fulfill, and most of the time, karma does get people in the way that it needs to get people. Karma misses nobody, and karma is not necessarily bad. Karma, that's also just our own subjective judgment of it. Karma doesn't give a shit about how you feel about a person. Karma just serves as it should. So I think that's it for me today, guys. In summation, practice the beauty, the beautiful nature of unconditionally loving people. And if you're not capable of holding space for anybody but yourself, and you want to be selfish away from them, because there are people that have so much trauma that you know nothing about, and you're not helping them by judging them or by telling them that they're wrong. You're furthering this pain inside of them, and it's making that pain grow more and more and more, and you don't even know that you're doing it. Anyway, subscribe, like this video, have a lovely day or night. Bye, guys!